Hey everybody, welcome back to the Joel Show, where today we test out a couple nerf guns right after going to a natural gun range. So hello everybody, I'm Joel, and these are a couple nerf guns that I have back here, just kind of lying around that I can't store correctly, as I don't have a lot of space in my room. But anyway, I just went to the Apple Valley gun range. It is amazing. I just had a community on target lesson, which is kind of a beginner's program. They take you through shotgun, rifle, and pistol, all different calibers. Rifle, I shot a 308, an AR-15, a 22, which those are tiny. 45, an 09, the 44, and the 09. Those are pistols. And then as for shotgun, I think I was shooting a 20? 20 or 12. I don't know, whichever one was smaller. It was about 400 little pellets, BBs inside those. Really cool. I enjoyed that a lot. But anyway, with a real gun, you have lots of recoil when you're housing your stock in. Well, with a pistol, you're not housing it in your shoulder, but when you're housing a shotgun or a rifle in your shoulder, you're expecting a kind of a little. I want to call it kickback, but it's not kickback. It's called recoil. It's the kick. I was just about to say kickback. It's when the gun sort of shoves you back a little bit when it fires. But as for Nerf guns, you don't have almost any of that. As for I was about to say revolvers. As for pistols, when you're firing, they kind of do this with your hand a little bit. At least that's what I noticed when I was firing, and my dad did a little bit too. Which I'm pretty sure it's just a natural thing because of the recoil coming back at you. But anyway, I have a pump action gun with a handle right here, and then I also have this guy, which I'm not sure what you call the grip up here. I don't know why, but I want to call this a mount. I really don't know what this is. They told me at the gun range, but of course my memory sucks. And then this guy is a really overrated, ginormous rifle called the Centurion, or Centurion as some people call it. It's a pretty old Nerf gun, although I just got it last Christmas as of the time of this recording, so make sure you check the date before you're like, whoa, you got that thing really late if you're actually one of the Nerf collectors. But anyway, so the real names of these blasters, this is the Elite Surge Fire. This is the Sonic Fire Strong Arm, really cool guy. And then this is the Centurion, which is, I want to say bolt action, because that's what Nerf labels it, but bolt action is when you lift your handle and you pull back, and that's where you slide in your shell or your bullet, and then you would push it forward and lock it down. But bolt action for Nerf is this just big rod, which for the Centurion is really, really long. So first I'm just going to start with the pistol, because the pistol is the most kind of boom for me. I don't know, it's the most surprising. So I'm just going to hold this, and this isn't going to be really interesting, but I just want to record my reaction for you guys, and mostly for myself, just to see what it's like, because I learned how to hold a revolver. I learned how to hold a pistol. So what you want to do, just in case you're wondering, is you take your dominant hand and you want to wrap it around this grip, shove it up in here into the. Well, the only one that I can remember calling this little spot is the ducktail, because it was, I don't know, it's just kind of funny. So you want to shove your hand up into there, have your thumb pointed what's called down range where you're firing, and these fingers just wrap down here, your finger's not on the trigger, and then your other hand is covering this part of the grip, your other thumb is pointed down range again, and you're just holding the gun tight, and, well, your other finger should just be kind of still down there. So there you go, now you're ready to fire. There's a little lesson on how to hold a pistol. But this one, you prime it like that with this slide, and then gonna hold this, and I don't know, here we go. See, I don't think it shows on the video, but I can feel the tension in my arms, like I'm getting ready for the fire and the recoil to come back at me, but there's nothing happening. So there's sort of my little reaction with the revolver, because this is a revolver. Just in case you're wondering, this would hold 6 rounds usually, but I'm dry firing right now. So I'm just going to fire one more time, just in case you guys didn't see enough. Yeah, I can still feel the tension in my arm, like I'm getting ready for it to come back a little bit. Okay, so now I'll try the pump action surge fire, which please excuse the massive amounts of dust on this. I very rarely take these out anymore. Nerf was only big on my channel when I very first started back in 2017. But anyway, I didn't actually do any pump action guns. I had a bolt action, which is obviously the sliding back and then loading your shell and pushing forward. But as I said, pump action for pump action would be just a simple grip under here, which is sliding, and for Nerf it's the same. Sorry about that. Okay, so I didn't really do too much with pump action at all, so yeah, I don't know what it's gonna be, but I know I'm gonna expect the recoil, which yeah. So here we go. Once again, and I'm using this grip the same as a pistol, just because that's kind of how I want to house it. Usually, if you had a handle like this, which most guns don't, you usually hold it like this, but I'm going to hold it like a pistol. Yeah, so same thing there. I can just feel the tension kind of in my arms a little bit, like I'm getting ready for the gun to kind of come back at me. But obviously nothing's happening, because I'll do it again. There's literally nothing. The gun's giving it all it's got, and almost nothing's happening besides, well, usually you'd have a little dot flying out. So this guy, this is the Nerf Centurion, which comes with a little bipod up here. It's practically a joke. It's not the best, it's not the worst. But that stays up there, and it's kind of pointless because this little rail down here doesn't hold on very well because it's Nerf. It's basically all just a toy. For some people, it's a professional hobby, but I kind of just label it as a toy now. And that's what it looks like when I drop my magazine, because the magazine release is right under here. So as for a rifle, you, well, I kind of already briefly went over it, but you're going to hold it just like a pistol, just like that, and then just keep your finger up here above the trigger, like not way up here, just sort of in a comfortable position. And then for me, I very rarely have my hand down here because this kind of stretches my arm a little bit and it makes it uncomfortable. Some other time I'll hold the front of the magazine like this, which I don't think you want to do on a normal gun because you're kind of pulling on the magazine, which is loading into your gun. So most of the time I just kind of hold here because it's pretty much the only comfortable-ish position. So as I said, for priming, you'll see that little rod, and then it slides way back up there. And obviously, this has a very, very large barrel, which if you do have an actual loaded gun, don't be swerving it around like this. You could potentially shoot someone. And one thing all of my instructors were saying today is, we all want to go home today, which was true. I did want to go home. So let's go ahead and fire this off, and this is just like shooting a rifle, because basically the same thing, only except red and orange, and it says Nerf on the side. Okay, so these sights are not very good, but I'm going to be trying my best. Yeah, so you kind of see there, it has a little bit of recoil, and I can just feel the tension in my arm again, and kind of getting ready for it to come back and hit me in the shoulder a little bit. But there's really nothing. Like I'll just hold it and fire it. Don't do this with a real gun because it'll. But you can kind of watch here. Yeah, you just barely see that it's. If you never shot a real gun, a 22 is very, very small and sort of weakish. In case of recoil, and this is 10 times weaker. It's definitely more than these guys, but it's not less. Or it's not less. It's definitely more these, but It's definitely more than these, but less than pretty much any gauge of real gun you can get. So I'll just fire it off again, just to show you guys one more time. And one notifier that you do get on the Nerf Centurion is you'll see these two identifiers right here, which when you have it fired, those disappear, and when you do have it in the chamber, you have that little green sign. So I'll just do it one more time for you guys. And one thing that happens a lot for me when I'm holding this, the magazine pops out all the time. I think that's why they don't place the magazine release here on real guns, because you don't want your magazine falling out in the middle of something bad or something. Okay, so I'll just fire it off one more time. Okay, so the touch-in is kind of going away. I'm getting more used to the fact that it's just kind of like a boop, and that's it. And as for these guys, it's literally nothing. Like with this one, nothing. With this one, it's once again nothing. Yeah. The only motion that you get is some occasional, like the gun does a little bit of this because of the bill swapping. But anyway, there is my reaction of firing off some different types of Nerf guns almost right after going to an actual gun range and firing some shotguns, some rifles, and some pistols. And as I said, different gauges, I did all kinds of stuff. The 308 was probably my favorite. Like if you watch my actual Apple Valley gun range video, that I say that as well. But anyway, there is my reaction of shooting Nerf guns after going to a real gun range. So, guys enjoyed, make sure that you subscribe, watch the recent video like this video, and turn the notifications bell so that you don't miss out on any future uploads. Bye for now, and thank you for watching.